Okay, this is topic 7, functions part 2, going over the U-tries. We have the ship's smokestacks puff each time the horn is blown. What pattern do you see in the picture, and what do you think will happen that the 4th and 5th horn blows? So, what pattern do you see? So, let's do this as in the first horn blow, we have 2. The second horn blow, we have 6, right? 6 puffs of smoke. The third horn blow, we have 10. So what is this going up by? That's going up by 4. So what do you think will happen at the 4th and 5th? If we go 10 plus 4, that will be 14. And then for the 5th one, 14 plus 4 will be 18. So there's your input-output table. And then write an equation. Now, from the video, you know that we talked about y equals, this is your change in y, times x plus your 0 number, okay? So this right here, the change in y, this change is plus 4, so that's 4x. And then our 0 number, if I had to go back to 0, what would this go back to? Well, what plus 4 gives us 2? Negative 2. So that'll be minus 2. So it's y equals 4x minus 2. Okay, the next one. Write a function rule for this input-output table. So again, we have y equals the change times x plus the 0 number. Well, the change in this one, each time here, we are going up by 1, right? We're adding 1. Negative 6 plus 1 is negative 5. Negative 5 plus 1 is negative 4, and so on. So we are adding 1, so that's 1x. And then the 0 number, that's already there. That 0 number is negative 6, so minus 6. So y equals 1x plus negative 6, or just y equals x minus 6. Either of those work. Okay. Next, we have one. I gotta move this for a second down just so we can see the bottom one. Okay. So on the bottom one, back to here, an input-output table for the function f of x equals 1/2 x plus 3. So I'm going to use the values 2, 4, 6, and 8. That is your domain. And then graph your function. So we need to find the range, or the output. If we plug in f of 2, that's 1/2 times 2 plus 3. Half of 2 is 1 plus 3 is 4. F of 4, 1/2 times 4. Half of 4 is 2. Plus 3 is 5. F of 6, half of 6 is 3, plus 3 is 6. And then f of 8, half of 8 is 4, plus 3 is 7. So there's your input-output table. Then for your graph, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 2, 4. You have 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, and 8, 7. So there you go. If we graph our function, connect it, and there's your graph. Alright, next you have a second page of U-tries to look at. That is down here. Okay, the cost of riding in a cab is $3 plus 75 cents per mile. The equation that represents this relation is y equals 0.75x plus 3. X represents the number of miles traveled, and y represents the cost of the cab trip. Is this relation considered a function? Can you put in any number of miles and get only one price? Yes, like if I put in 2 miles, 75 cents times 2 is $1.50 plus 3 is $4.50. And then if you get in a cab and you ride 2 miles, you better be paying the exact same thing. So yes, it is a function. Part B, find the value of y if x equals 10. So y equals 0.75 times 10 plus 3. 75 cents times 10 is $7.50 plus 3 gives you $10.50. What is the meaning of the value found in part B? Well, x is the number of miles. So for 10 miles in the cab, you pay $10.50. Okay? For 10 miles in the cab, you pay $10.50. if you graph this, would it make sense to connect the points in your graph with a line? This is something that we will discuss, or you can start discussing as a class, or thinking about, would it make sense? So how does a cab work? If you drive 10.5 miles, do they charge you for half a mile, or is it 75 cents and then it goes up another 75 cents even if it's not a full mile? So this is something that we will discuss in class.